What are you doing here? Then permit me to escort you safely outside. The Night's Watch, they deal roughly with intruders.
You eyeing that fry-shat bare-paws lump of lumber yonder? That be the misery's delight. Malnaj's pus-stuffed canker of a boat. Malnaj, High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire. Unfortunately, also the second-best ship hunter around. After yours truly, of course. Doxy popped a hard-on and a half for hating me the tick I joined the Sorcerer. Romaro shielded me from the worst of her training. When they bountied him, I figured for sure the Rat Queen would be the first rat up the gangplank. Malnaj be up in Romaro's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon as sighted. Come on, Captain.
I don't have a voice for shanties these days. Too much salt in the air.
Not even my Vithrak darling.
A tiny minute of falsetto per complanca net.
Do you enjoy coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword?
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare, friend. Now, what can I do for you? You're in luck, friend. The Wild Mare employs a number of courtesans skilled in satisfying a wide range of tastes and interests. You'll find them upstairs. They handle their own coin, too, so no need to go through me. If you see anything you like, you let me know.
My one solace from the tedious bureaucracy.
Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually. Que? No, you mistake me. I am not one of the courtesans. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for... 1,000 times I practice my speech. Merda, never did it go this poorly. Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, amigo? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties, but I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak? Agrasima, my friend. If you are ever lacking in drinking money, you know where to look. It is true that I have stumbled in my career path. Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success. It's not all bad. But the momentum of meeting new clients over drinks and in such enchanting company, it drains the stamina, my friend. You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima, something special for my first hunter then. I will start you on Meriel, the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatments before casting what's left to Berath's will. My contact saw her leaving Port Maje and heading west of Maje Island. Agrasima, you have but to ask. My first bounty to pay off. An exciting day for us both. Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more pyres will be available, Ak? I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Magia Island. An important site for refilling canteens. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of legend. Even so, they have no love for this water thief. To think that such a magnificent creature could also be a water-hoarding pest. Dragons are a complicated bunch. Agrasima, my friend. You will let me know if you are interested in more work, Ak? A marauder gang boss called Nomu broke free of custody along with the rest of his plunder buddies. It is said they wasted no time getting up to their old tricks.
Nomu slipped a noose again. That half-mastered bastard be three ways mad and twice that a killer. Eora'd be better off shot of him.
You seem familiar, friend. Prison is too kind for a pirate. So there is a bounty on Nomu's head. He and his ilk fled to the wilderness north of Neketaka.
You say I cannot down the rest? Madiko, it is no wonder I thirst. Ado, why do you stare? Agrasima, even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps. The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora. Merla, and he hired muscle. Sientere, but you are too late to collect. A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar. If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botsos will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Those the cannons you be waiting for Zamar to cast you? Because I'll be seeing more holes in that plan than in any Principe mast's future or no.
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the Wild Mare. And the blow to the back of the head that followed, Merlight hurt. Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets. It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform. I stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare. When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you. Ado, you return.
What for? Done and done. Ahoy.
Where in the blazes is that old man? Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel in a barrel of mead. That old goose punter owes me a fair bit of coin. 5,000 coppers, if you'd believe it. And if you give me my money back, I'll give you a 20% share as thanks. The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back. Fine, Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever baubles Oswald has on him. How about this? I give you 60% and we never discuss this again. Haggling for the fun of it not keeping you busy enough? The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans upstairs, and Alice. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my particular charms. Let's see you do better. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. What do you want to know? I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the War of Defiance? He's my great whatever. When people find out, they start doing weird shit. Calling me lady, opening doors for me, buying me drinks. Really, the title is a mockery. It means nothing to me. The man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 generations now? The perk of being an elf, eh? It's my fault, really. I should have known better than to believe that damned old drunk knew what he was doing. Man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could, with enough luminous Adra, create a device that would add years to one's life. Must have been a crock of shit, because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation or apology. I thought I knew him better than that. I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden country. See, this is why I don't like to tell people about it. They get all weird, like you right now, being weird. I'm one of the my thoughts exactly. Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet? And? Where is he? Did you get my money? Gods, but I'm dead tired of this wretched archipelago. So, if you don't mind, I'll be taking my leave. May...
Of course. Keep it down.
Ahoy, done and done. What for, Captain?
See something you like? Aloth! This is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interests changed so much since our time at Bragon Hill?
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes. It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. Perfectly agreeable. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that weren't covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the continent and wandered until I found myself in Nikotaka. As you can see, I stayed. Aha. Then you know how terribly boring it is. Why else would we both be here, eh? Did you enjoy the show? I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead. Did you enjoy the show? I was raised in the Adir, same as any of the courtesans here, I imagine. I showed an aptitude. I trained with a master, and when I was ready, I began accepting clients of my own. There is more to every story. But the rest of it belongs to me, and I don't care to share it. I suppose. I was raised in the same as I showed an aptitude. I would be happy to show you. For a price? I was raised in the Adir same as I showed an aptitude. Work is work, no matter where you do it. But I am luckier than many. I am free to do what I like, and I like my work. Ah, the money-minded type. I've always found fiscal responsibility very attractive. My time will cost you 150 copper, friend. Till later, then.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba. Oh, her! Yes, she is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still decline to be involved. Now, is there something else I can do for you? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran. He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire. Have you come to hear some verse? I've told you all I know. It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste. But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure. My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences. The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here, to touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. 100 copper pans, a reasonable fee to experience the sublime words of Adir's greatest poets, don't you think? Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba. Farewell.
Of course.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget. I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this. Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength. But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again. 300 copper. I know it's a bit more than most, but my service is like nothing you will find anywhere else in Nekataka.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Ha! Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time. Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask. Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling. Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Ha! Not meant for delicate work. Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in Amawa and death godlike. I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could. The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean? Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window. Where to? No kidding. I like to see something like that for myself. Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit? Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
Farewell.
Let's stir up some trouble!
Something I can do?
Ahoy! Damn me, the cops run dry.
Yeah. Wonder what Pa's up to.
On it like bonnets.
You're a follower of the light?
The light? Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier? I follow Aethys too. Mostly, in a way. I mean, I am a child of the Dawn Stars, even if firstly I'm a Gaunite.
That's good, I guess. For you.
Oh, maybe you don't want to talk about it. That's all right. Surely, some other time, then. Was it the way I said it? Or maybe I'm in need of a washing.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about Shodi. She means well. I can see that. And she's spirited, and if I was still young and didn't know the things I know, it'd be different. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to talk to someone like that. Not these days. I get why she's like that. And I was there once, long time back. But it's 'cause of that I can't see a way to respect it. I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better. Doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows. Same thing, really. That's just her trying to find a way to worship Aethys that makes sense to her. I guess that sounds familiar now that you mention it.
Just a moment, please.
We're awake right now, aren't we?
Indeed.